Alcohol cleans and kills. Sorry. So?
Whatever may be. Drinking.
Huh?
Right. That's you?
Hmm. Uh, we'll kill 'em all. Hmm.
Huh? Sorry.
My thoughts on your story. Understanding each other. Inaccessible black box.
Black box. I don't know, but
That's not.
quite good. Hmm?
No. In the end, too fragile.
Huh? Mm-hmm.
The relationship.
Relationship? Didn't see it.
You too.
Sometimes.
You will.
If so, less stupid.
Nuh-uh.
Well, I did too.
If you say.
But it lasts. Then a hangover. Right. But isn't that enough?
That's just.
Novel outliers.
You don't believe.
Yeah, but
Is that important?
it is.
My favorite. That moment.
Didn't the man... Just once less.
But there is no. The AI. Hope?
Hope. But... again.
Nothing left too.
Machines? But... do they? No, it's not.
You become
You? Mephisto? Anyway, like a gravy.